Welcome back to News 13. Now the time now is 9:11. Well, weddings are stressful enough, and the last thing anyone wants on their big day is to be dealing with businesses that can't deliver or potential scammers after your cash.
That's right. Joining us now is Nicole Cordero with the Better Business Bureau to talk about wedding vendors and making sure you get the most out of your special day. Nicole, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So first, tell us about what kind of complaints the BBB sees when it comes to wedding-related vendors.
Yes, so we see a lot of complaints each year about wedding vendors because there's so much that can go wrong. So one common thing that we see is photographers. Either they're no-shows on the big day or they just don't send the pictures and it takes months and there's no response. So that's a really big issue. Other times there's flat-out scams where the business just stops communicating after the consumer sent $100, more deposit, and so that's leaves the bride scrambling and you just can't get your money back. So it's kind of terrible.
Yeah, photographer is a big one. That would be really disappointing to miss out on.
Absolutely, and weddings are already stressful as enough, so you don't want to have to deal with that. Now, there's obviously a lot of questions to ask. Where do we start?
So start early is a really big tip. There's a lot of timing that needs to be planned. So for an example, your dress or your suit, that's going to take months to be ready to be picked up from your store. Then it's going to need alterations. You need to make sure that that's going to be ready in time for your big day. Flowers, if the flowers you want are not in season, can your florist source them in time? These are all questions that you need to be asking. Start early and get a few estimates from different companies. Don't go with the first one you see, of course.
Yeah.
You're kind of an expert because you got married almost a year ago, too.
It's true, yes.
Congratulations. But I guess the big thing here is start early because, like you said, there is so much involved. So once you find a vendor you like, what do you need to do before you put down that deposit?
Yes, it's super important to get everything in writing. Any verbal commitments that you made with the vendor should be in a contract. So make sure that policies like cancellation policies, prices, and dates when everything is due should be right in that contract. It's very important so that you could just avoid surprises on your big day.
All right, and lastly, any more tips for engaged couples or maybe soon-to-be engaged couples planning their big day?
Yes, research as much as you can, and start early again. Go to these vendor websites, but keep in mind that they'll only post the positive reviews, positive pictures, things like that. So bbb.org is a really good place to go for just a source for researching, see how other customers have felt about their experience, and see how the business has responded to any complaints.
All right, a lot of important information there. You don't want to get scammed on your wedding day. It's perhaps one of the biggest days of your life, at least for the girls.
Of course.
All right, Nicole, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.